to go ahead and talk to you all about the real reason why your credit score won't go up and how to fix it. Okay. So, again, if you've been trying everything to improve your credit score, but it simply will not improve, I'm going to break down why that is. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So, for those who don't know, we do help people improve their credit scores and accomplish their goals, no matter what that is. We can help you just like we helped all these people on your screen. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description below to learn more about how we can help you accomplish your credit goals. Okay. So now the one of the top reasons why your credit score will not go up is number one, your credit utilization is too high. I know we talk about this all the time, but a lot of people don't understand how important this is. And short version is that if you use less than 30% of your total credit limit, but preferably about 7 to 10%, that's going to be a lot better. Okay. And this is your credit cards. And it's not just paying them down. I got a couple strategies on paying them down as well, too. But one of the things you can do that you can do right away is paying down your balances, okay? Paying your balances before the statement closing date. That's going to help you improve your credit score a lot faster. Okay. You can also pay your credit score. I'm sorry, you can pay your credit card bill multiple times in the month. So just because your bill is due once a month does not mean that you just have to pay it once a month. Does that make sense? So you can pay it more than just once. You get paid every week, you get paid every 2 weeks. Most of you all get paid at least twice a month, right? So again, you should be considering paying your credit cards at least twice a month if you can. Throw an extra $25, throw an extra $50 at that to help you improve that credit score. Okay. Next is consider a balance transfer credit card. People still sleep on this. A balance transfer credit card is a credit card that will give you a special interest rate for a short period of time. You can get a 0% interest rate, 0.9, 1.9, but most of the time it's 0%. And they give you 0% for a specific period of time. Now, that could be for 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 15 months, 18 months, 21 months. Yes, some credit card companies give you 0% for 21 months. And if you really want to hack it, what you can do is you take those balances. Okay, you take those balances, and then what you do is you pay that off within that time frame. If it's 21 months, if it's 12 months, pay it off during that time frame. Okay, that's what you want to do. The next thing that you want to do the next thing that you want to do is consider credit card or debt consolidation with a personal loan. Okay. So a lot of people don't know about this. This is a great strategy. What you can do is you can take out a personal loan. And with that personal loan, you then can pay off your credit cards. You can pay them all off. And it's not just for credit cards. Let's say you have a personal loan, you got some credit card debt, you got some old debt, you got some collections, you just got a lot of bad debt, right? And so, even if it's not bad debt, you just want to consolidate it. Consolidation means bring everything into one. So, instead of having five different payment dates, instead of having six different interest rates, instead of having all these accounts that you got to keep up with, all you got to do is do a personal loan debt consolidation. You don't need to call a company to do this. Most personal loans will approve you with a soft pull. If you decide to move forward, then they will do a hard pull. Okay. But you can at least see the terms before you decide to make your final decision. Okay. Now that's number one. We're just getting started. Number two is you're not using enough of a credit mix. Okay. People still aren't doing this. Credit scores are looking for you to have different types of credit. This makes up 10% of your credit score, but people don't do it the right way. And in order for you to do this, you need to have a different mix of credit, like credit cards, that's revolving accounts, auto loans, mortgages, right? Now, you don't want to force yourself to go get an auto loan just for a credit mix. Don't do that. Okay. You can do this with a credit builder. Okay. Because here's what happens if you only have one type of credit, your score may rise much slower than expected. You got one credit card. Some of you all have two credit cards. Some of you all have had accounts, but those accounts are closed. Closed accounts do not necessarily help your credit score like an open account. Why is that? It's not because it's closed that is not helping you. It's because it is not sending on time payments every single month. The more accounts on your credit report that you have reporting on time payments every single month, the more your score is going to improve. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Calvin, if I do that, well, I can just get 10 accounts. I can just get 15 accounts. Not necessarily. Getting too many accounts too fast can drop your score. So there's a certain way to do this. We talk about this inside of our credit community. We'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, if you only have one type of credit, your credit score is going to rise a lot slower than expected. Next, consider adding a small installment loan, right? Then this could be a secured loan like a credit builder. Most credit builder accounts are secured loans. Those secured loans means that you pay $25 for 2 years. You pay $50 for 1 year. You pay $5 for 1 year. You pay $10 for 1 year. Okay. We talk about these accounts all the time. And what you need to do is, or a new line of credit, and that's going to diversify your credit profile. Okay. So now that's some of the things you can do. What else can you do? Let's keep going. Another thing you could do is, um, another issue that people have is they don't have enough positive open accounts. Now you're like, well, you just told me that I need to have a mix. Yes, you need to have a mix if possible, but you sometimes people they'll have a credit card and an auto loan, and they'll think that that's just enough. Well, what happens if you close that credit card? What happens if you max it out? What happens when you're done paying that car? This is why you need at least 4 to 5 open accounts. You can get away with three, but 4 to 5 open accounts. This is the reason why. Most of the time, people don't have 4 to 5 open accounts. And what ends up happening is if they do, one of those accounts are going to expire soon. Usually accounts that expire are usually accounts that end in the word loan. Installment loans, right? Installment loans are mortgage loans, auto loans, personal loans, student loans. Those type of accounts have an expiration date. Okay. So that's the thing, is that you should have at least 4 to 5 open accounts. What's the next thing you want to do? You want to put those accounts on auto pay. You need to put as many accounts that you can on auto pay. Why do you want to put them on auto pay? Number one, you don't have to remember to pay these accounts on time. Now, I know everybody's money is different, so you got to be able to do this. But if you know the money's going to be in there by a certain date, like for example, if you get paid on the 15th and the 30th, as an example, you need to have that account already set up on auto pay. That's what you want to do. And when you have those accounts on auto pay like you should, then that goes into our second reason, is that now you don't have to worry. Is that of course you have that is going to get paid on time, right? But you also don't have to worry about trying to remember it. And then you also know that when it's on auto pay, that you're able to afford that monthly payment, especially for a credit card. When you have it on auto pay, you know that it's getting paid on time because you'll be at minimum making the minimum monthly payments. Now, it's nothing wrong with making a minimum monthly payment. Let's talk about minimum monthly payments. Minimum monthly payments are everything. Anytime you borrow money and you're paying it back, that is a monthly minimum payment. Okay. That goes for credit cards, right? It says minimum monthly payment, but you know what other things are minimum monthly payments that don't say that they are minimum monthly payments? Your auto loan. That is a minimum monthly payment. You can pay more. Why would you pay more on your auto loan? To save on interest and to pay off faster. Okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Then you also have like your mortgage. That's a minimum monthly payment. Just because they're telling you to pay X amount of dollars per month does not mean that you shouldn't consider paying more. That's where, again, this is going to help you with your score big time. Okay. Then when credit builder accounts, when their term has ended, a lot of people don't get another one. If you've ever had a self account, a self lender account, a credit strong account, what is it? What is the new one out that everyone's talking about? ANA, Annie, or whatever it's called. You got Kovo, you got Kickoff, you got so many options that are out here. But either way, the problem is when those accounts are done, a lot of people don't restart those accounts. You need to restart those accounts, okay? Unless you're like in a seven, unless you're like 750, 780. But if your credit score is under 750, if it's under 720, you need to restart that credit builder every single year. And you're also saving money, you know? So again, that's most definitely one of the reasons why you want to do that. Next is paying for credit repair instead of paying your debts. Now, let's break this down. It's nothing wrong with asking someone for help. It's nothing wrong with getting coaching. It's nothing wrong with paying for help either. But everyone's situation is different. Let me give you an example. It doesn't make sense to pay $500 not to pay somebody $500. Are you all listening to me? It doesn't make sense to pay $500 just to say, hey, I'm not going to pay $500. Just to say, hey, I'm not going to pay $800. It doesn't make sense. Credit repair does not mean that you don't owe these people. It's just not on your credit report. This is what credit repair is. Credit repair is having a report card, okay? Having a report card as a child. And you're about to go home with that report card and you got straight Fs. You got Fs, you got Ds, whatever. And what you're doing is before you go home, because remember, because nowadays the parents, it's funny. I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee, and when we were like back in the day, you had to take your report card home. When I moved to Chicago, it was a different ball game. When I moved to Chicago, they was like, "Oh no, we have your parents pick up the credit card. I mean, we have your parents pick up the report cards." I said, "Why do they have parents do that?" Because some kids would never take the credit reports, the report cards home, or kids would try to change the grades on the credit card on the I keep saying credit cards on the report cards. Either way, that's what credit repair is. Credit repair is taking your report card, changing the grade, showing your parents, and they say, "Oh my God, I thought you had an F in that class. You got an A in that class? I sure do." In real life, that is still an F. So every time you get a report card, you changing the F to an A, you changing the F to an A, you change the F to an A. And at the end, they're trying to figure out how did you fail the class? How did you fail the grade? Because that's the same type of concept. Now, don't get me wrong. If we're repairing something that has inaccuracies, I totally get that. And again, you do whatever you want to do. Y'all grown anyway, right? But my point is that you have to fix the problem. Some of you all don't have a credit problem. Some of you all have an income problem. It's not enough money coming in, right? You need that car. You need to have a certain lifestyle that you want to live. You're not making enough money. Okay, it's either that or you got to cut expenses. Now I'm all for cutting expenses, but sometimes it's just not enough money coming in. Listen, we're living in different times now. You cannot have one stream of income anymore. Times are changing. You got to have a side hustle or a second job or something or a high paying, career. Not super high paying, but you guys get what I'm saying. There should be money left over. If there's not money left over, then that means we need to have a different type of conversation. Okay. But listen to what I'm saying. People do this with bankruptcy as well. They will pay $1,000 not to pay $800. They'll pay $1,000 not to pay $2,000. It doesn't make sense. I talked to someone today and they were considering a bankruptcy. Now that situation, it more than likely makes sense. But I also talked to someone a while back where they were about to pay, I think, $1,200 for bankruptcy. They had $800. They had about $900 worth of parking tickets. I'm like, that's the thing, is that you got to understand everything is going to make sense if you make it make sense. So again, where is your money going? One thing I want you all to understand tonight, you have to ask yourself, where is your money going? Is DoorDash getting all your money? Is the is no is net is your the cable all these subscriptions getting your money? I don't know. But again, I'm not telling you to cut certain things off. I would hate for you to turn something off that costs $20 or $50 a month and that makes you happy. Then go make more money. It's okay. We live in America. You know how lucky we are to live in America? We got our drama. We most definitely got our drama, but it's still open commerce, right? This is open commerce. You say, you know what? I want to start a car washing business. Who's going to stop you? You ain't got to check in with nobody. Whatever you want to do. You say, you know what? I'm going to get a second job. I'm gonna come in early and my current job. I'm gonna stay late. I'm gonna ask for a promotion. Whatever those things are, you can do it. You can do it. And then here's another problem that people have: only disputing negative items, hoping that they get removed instead of actually building their credit score. How do you build your credit score? By personal accounts. Personal accounts. Just listen, you can throw as much money as you want to at credit repair. We help people improve their credit scores. So we have a different process. But people that come to us, they're used to the traditional way of credit repair. They say, hey, I want to pay you and I want you to make these things go away. Well, first off, that's not going to help you. That's gonna just gonna put a band-aid on the situation, right? Because you still gotta fix the problem. What's the problem? The problem is you may not be making enough money. The problem is you may not know the importance of paying your bills on time. The problem is you keep maxing out your credit cards. The problem is you keep you someone told you to put groceries on your credit card every month. The problem is you get groceries every week. Now your credit card's maxed out, but someone told you you're looking like this girl on the screen. This is why I put this little video up here on the screen for those who can see my screen. You got all these people telling you what to do, and you confused. And this is why your credit score won't go up. Someone said, add this account. You added that account. You trying to figure out why your credit score didn't go up. Someone told you to file bankruptcy, and now you Googling bankruptcy and you don't even know what's the first step to do. Someone told you to get a certain type of credit card. You got that credit card, and now you done max it out. But then you don't know if you ask for a credit limit increase that your credit score will go up. You don't. Someone see again. Sometimes it's bad advice. Okay, most people care about giving you good advice, but sometimes they just don't know what they talking about. That's like getting relationship advice from somebody who can't stay in a relationship. That's like getting cooking advice from somebody who can't cook. That's like y'all give it. That's like getting what's that parenting advice from somebody who don't have kids, right? So again, make sure that it makes sense to you. Now, here's another thing too. Like I said, sometimes people they consider bankruptcy instead of taking that money and settling with these companies. They're not gonna kill you. They're not gonna take your firstborn. They're not gonna chop your hand off. All they want to do is make a payment arrangement. You are not the only client that people are. You are not the only client that's not paying them. Okay. 2025 is the year we go in with new habits. Now, nobody's perfect. I am not perfect, but I'm letting you know these are the things that I teach my clients so they can accomplish their goals. Here's what I want everybody to do. Put 2025 inside the comments. If this is the year that we improve our credit scores, put 2025 in the comments. If this is the year that you finally get that car, put 2025 inside of the comments. If you're finally going to get that low interest rate, put 2025 inside of the comments. If we're going to finally qualify for home ownership, put 2025 inside of the comments. If we're going to lower our car payments this year, put 2025 inside of the comments if we're going to make smart credit decisions. Put 2025 inside of the comments if you're going to ask someone for help this year. That's what it's all about. Okay. And listen, if you want to ask for help, trust me, there's plenty of YouTube videos. We're always going to have it. Let me tell you a quick story. This is a couple right here on your screen. Okay. And Instagram, I see you guys on here. Appreciate you all. Instagram as well, too. And chat, I know y'all going crazy. We're going to be inside the comments in a second. I got to tell this story. You know why I got to tell this story? Because these clients, they came to us and they said, listen, we got a repossession on our credit report. But here's the thing. The car got taken, but man, we really need another car. We got a baby on the way. Man, I feel bad. I feel bad as a husband. This is what he told me. He says, man, I feel bad as a husband that I wasn't doing what I thought was the right thing to do. And I got behind and they took the car. I just, man, But I need another car. What can I do? I said, listen, this is what you need to do. So what he did was he asked for essentially a game plan, a strategy. And I said, this is what we need to do, but we don't have a lot of time. We need to open this account, use this account this way. Okay. Now this was his credit report. So everybody's situation is different. And I said, this is what banks need to see. I know what banks want to see. I've seen over 10,000 credit reports. How have I seen so many credit reports? For those who don't know the story, I used to work at a dealership back in the day, back in 2011. I've seen thousands of credit reports there. Then when we started helping people with their credit, we saw thousands of credit reports because y'all know YouTube is over 122,000, but it wasn't always like that, right? But over the years, we've seen thousands. That's nothing we haven't seen. He says, listen, one of my wife's friends told me about your company. He says, listen, tell me what I need to do. We told them exactly what they needed to do. Now, they were able to get a car, and the car did not have the best interest rate. But I said, listen, let's solve problem one. We gotta take a baby step first. A lot of times people don't want to take babies. I don't know what's wrong with people today. People do not want to take baby steps anymore. They want to wake up and then they want to have millions in the bank. They want to wake up, they want to have an 850 credit score. They want to wake up, they want to have that dream beach body. It don't work like that. I'm telling you, I eat the cookies, I eat the Doritos. You can't get the beach body like that. I tried it. But I'm telling you, my point is that again, you got to have patience. And you also got to understand what got you here won't get you there. That thinking that you have, think about it. Who taught you about credit? If school didn't teach you about credit, your friends didn't teach you about credit, your mom didn't teach you about credit, right? Your cousins didn't teach you about credit. The college didn't teach you about credit. Your job didn't teach you about credit. Who taught you about credit? You've been learning as you've been going. You've been winging it. Okay. Somebody put in the comments, I've been winging it. Right. And it's okay because we don't know what we don't know. That's why we're here to give you this information. I know some people may be watching and saying, oh, I know that already. This may not be the video for you, and not in a bad way. You may be past this point, but a lot of people need to master the basics. They need to master the basics. Some of you all have mastered a certain dish because you made it over and over and over. Some of you all have mastered a certain strategy with dance or something like that. Listen, this is the same thing. Listen, my son, he practices golf every day. He's a junior golfer, and we keep him busy. Either way, I'll have to remind him, dude, you got to do this every day. Like just like you played a video game, when you over there playing Fortnite and you like doing whatever he does, right? I said, if you put half of that energy, just half of that energy into your golf swing, you'll be unstoppable. This we told him last year, right? He was number one in the state, for drive, chip, and putt. Now, I'm not bragging on the kid. I'm more so simply saying it's the same stuff. The thing is that as adults, we tell ourselves it doesn't matter. Just because you think it doesn't matter doesn't mean it doesn't matter. Just because you're not doing it does not mean it does not matter. It matters. Either way, we showed them what they needed to do to get this car. Then we showed them how to lower the car payment. We know what banks want to see. Banks understand that people make mistakes. Okay. This is your year. This is your year. I don't care if it's February. I don't care if you messed up in January. Some of y'all messed up in January already. It's not too late. Somebody put in the comments, it's not too late. It's not too late. Don't give up on yourself. Okay. Do not give up on yourself. I had a repossession on my 21st birthday. So I had to learn about credit at some point in my life. Right? I remember asking my mom to co-sign for me. She says, ask the salesperson how much money you need to put down because I ain't co-signing for you. That's what my mama told me years ago. And so either way, that's what that is. You have to make sure that you're not only learning the information, but that you are leading by example. No one knows everything, but you got to make sure that you're at least learning. A lot of times we forget to be students, right? We're only students during grammar school, we're students during college, and we think that that's it, right? No, if you're the smartest person in the room, chances are you will not grow in that room. You won't grow. We got to put ourselves in positions where we can grow in 2025. Okay. But either way, if you want more information about my 850 Club Elite, you want to know how we're helping people lower their car payments, you want to know how we're helping people improve their credit scores, you want to know how we're helping people go into home ownership, this is how we're doing it. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of what you all will see inside of the community. Okay. Now, again, when you get into the community, this is just a sneak peek. I'm just want to give you guys like an idea of what you all would see here. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see this. YouTube, I know, don't worry, we wrapping up. Okay. We are most definitely wrapping up. All right. So here, once you get inside the community, this is what it looks like. All right. You guys know that advanced credit blueprint that's been helping so many people average 20 to 30 point, I'll say 25 to 30 points a month. This is it right here. You get instant access to this. You know that credit mastery boot camp that we recently did where we talked about how to buy a car, how to start building business credit, how to go into home ownership. You get instant access to this, right? When people are talking about, hey, I may have some inaccurate inquiries that are on my credit report, whatever that process is. Again, this is here for that information. If you're looking to add rental history to your credit report, we show you how to do that. If you're looking to lower your car payment, we show you how to do that. Listen, school doesn't teach how to lower your car payment. I'm not saying that they should. I'm not saying that they should. What I'm saying is that just because school doesn't teach you, just because your parents don't teach you, just because college doesn't teach you, doesn't mean that you shouldn't go get the information. You got to get the information. It seems like the easier it gets, the lazier we get. And sometimes it's inadvertent. When I listen, look, I was born in 88. I know we got different age brackets inside of this today. Who's watching this, right? What I'm saying is that during my time, I was lucky. My mom bought Encyclopedia Britannica. And every time I had to do a report, I had to crack open them encyclopedias. They were heavy too. Y'all who remembers Encyclopedia Britannica? Put yes in the comments, right? But either way, so that's how I had to do it. Now I have my son. I said, son, this is Chat GPT. If you don't feel like doing the research, you just type this in. It can't get no easier. It can't you we got Google, we got YouTube, you got friends, you got family. I mean, if you want to know if you really want to know something, you all know how to find it. Y'all find the basketball games, we find the football games, right? We find where the club is, we find out when Beyonce gonna drop these tickets, and I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying don't participate. I'm just saying put some of that same energy into your future, right? Are you going to look put 2025 inside the comments if you're going to spend some time on your future? Now, here's the thing. It's not about just my community. That's up to you. We got 1800 free videos. We will never stop making free videos. As long as I'm alive, this channel going to be alive. Okay? So, I love helping people. I love seeing people accomplish their goals. Again, we just added this new course, how to get funding for your business. Do you all know we just helped a trucking company get $150,000 for their trucking business? Let me stop. Let me stop. Either I'm not gonna hold y'all up tonight. But one thing I want you all to understand is that again, there is help out here. All right, let's go and jump into the comments real quick. Listen, I know, okay. And yes, go ahead and Instagram, comment the word goals so you all can get an invitation to my credit community. Okay. Listen, they getting everything. For those who don't know, right now in the community, we have our 90-day home buying challenge. You can get the replays if you missed it. Okay. Some of you all are brand new to the channel. We did a video yesterday. From that video yesterday, we got over 240 new subscribers to the channel. So they have no idea about our 90-day home buying challenge, right? And they're thinking, oh, I missed it. You ain't missed nothing. Come on in. And if you think this is not just about home ownership, no matter what your goals are, tell us what you're looking to accomplish. We will bring the information in here. Okay. For those who listen, y'all know my boy Ecom, y'all know my guy Sledge, y'all know, listen, a lot of the people that I interview, they're going to be doing special interviews inside of the community with Q&A only for the community. We finna do it way different. We're going to hold your hand this entire time. No more just saying, hey, this is what you do. Now we're making sure you do it. Okay. We're holding you accountable. No more saying, oh, this is how to buy a house. And then you watch the video and say, man, that was a good video. Oh, no. We're holding your hand until you get the house, if that's your goal. If you say my goal is to lower my car payment, we're going to show you the video, but we're also going to hold your hand and say, listen, this is how you lower your car payment. This is how you do this. We're going to walk you through this if this is what you want. Now, if you just want to, some people, listen, some people are still in the world of finna do. They just talk about what they finna do, right? For those who don't know, that's what going to do, right? But but I'm making a joke. But my point is, they just talk about what they're going to do, what they finna do, right? And it's this long list of stuff, and they'll never go back to it. Listen, don't be a person. There is a such thing as just sitting there learning too much. It's learn then action. I told you all, there's two words you need to be remembering in 2025: information and execution. Again, two words you need to remember in 2025: information and execution. So that means we need to get the right information. We need to get the right information. Now, some of you all got the information. You know what your problem is? Execution. You're not executing. And again, I'm not perfect. This is what happens when I'm listening to people of higher levels. They're teaching me this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, so profound. And they just reminded me, do what you said you was gonna do, fam. Then you have some people, they're executing, but guess what? They're executing the wrong information. They're like, oh, well, I'm just gonna keep on going to credit repair and just keep throwing money at this stuff. That's not a strategy. You're not fixing it. You're not fixing it. Okay. This is the year we move strategically. This is the year we move with patience. This is the year we drop the ego. Okay. I don't care if you messed up in January, it's a new day. You are above ground, which means you have another opportunity. What are you going to do with it? There's one thing that everybody watching this, everybody watching the replay, everybody that's going to watch this years from now, there's one thing we got in common. Y'all know what that is? That all of us have in common: 24 hours in a day. Whether you black, white, short, tall, Democrat, Republican, you up north, down south, whether no matter what language you speak, you got 24 hours in a day. What are you going to do with it? If you do the same thing, you're going to end up with the same thing. Some of you all know the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, thinking you're going to get a different result. Y'all already listen. You're doing the same things you were doing last year. Why do you think this year's results are going to get different? Then worse, some of you all are mad. Watch this, write this one down. Some of you all are mad at the results that you don't have from the work that you didn't put in. You can't get mad at that. You're not putting in the work, right? I want the beach body. I got to show up to the gym, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Either way, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Let's get into the comments, man, because I know it's getting late. Got a late start tonight. Man. All right, we got Lynette in the house from East Harlem is in the house. You know what? Listen, I'm letting y'all know right now. Y'all be living everywhere. I'm about to start moving around again. Okay, I'm gonna start moving around and seeing where's everybody at. Okay, appreciate you being here, Lynette, as usual. Okay, and then of course we got R Lake in the house all the way from California. All right, Saeed says, check out credit unions for balance transfer credit cards. He is right. Y'all better get on this stuff. Y'all know how many gems be inside the comments? I'm not talking about GYM. I'm talking about GEM. GEMS. It be gems in the comments. It's so much knowledge. People have, listen, I'm just throwing it out there. Saeed is always dropping gems. But either way, most have no transfer fees, usually have 12 months with 0% APR and have better APRs than credit card companies after the balance transfer offer ends. Appreciate that, Saeed. All right. Lisa J. Stocks is in the house. For those of you who don't understand stocks and how to get involved in stocks. And also, this girl is most definitely smashing it with her credit. Lisa J. Stocks is in the house. Appreciate you being here as well. All right. Etta says 2025 is going to be her year. Sharon says 2025 is going to be her year. Vincent says 2025 is going to be his year. Nathaniel says the same thing. Hair to the Throne says the same thing. Rich Man is in the house. We appreciate you being here. Nancy is in the house. Alvida's in the house. All right. Grayline says, my second night hanging out with you. Again, good info. Listen, we finna be, y'all know, um, see, if I tell y'all, I know I got to do it. I told my wife, I said, listen, I'm going to go live every day in February. So we're going to see how long. I don't know if y'all going to get me on February 14th. That might be a scheduled live. Okay, that might be a scheduled live. What's going on, Lux in the house? Listen, Instagram, I don't want y'all to feel behind. Instagram is in the house. Appreciate you all being here. We got a lot of people that's coming from Instagram, a lot of people I know, some that I do not know. Appreciate the support as usual. Okay, all right. Heir to the Throne says, yes, this is going to be it. Lisa J. Stocks, of course, as always, and Deborah Anderson. What's going on? Appreciate you being here. But listen, greatly appreciate you all. We got a lot of great information we're going to be covering. Tomorrow, we got a fresh interview dropping. Okay, a fresh interview dropping. Listen, just so y'all know, we are a month ahead on our interviews. I'm just letting y'all know this. Okay, so either way, we're about to be adding some different type of segments into the channel. So let me know how you all like it. But of course, y'all can get the basics. The basics is on Mondays, you're going to get credit education. On Tuesdays, you guys are going to get interviews. And then, of course, I'll be going live on various topics that I think you all should know about. All right. But either way, I'm not gonna hold you all up. I will see you all. Listen, y'all trying to keep me on here. Y'all are keeping me on here. Lux says, I need help with my score. How can I get rid of late payments? Well, the only thing you can do for late payments, you can either do a goodwill letter or you can go ahead and do you could dispute it. But again, if those don't work, you can always build around it. That's what a lot of people don't talk about is building around negative items. You most definitely can do it. But here's the thing, Lux, comment the word goals so you can get so you can get an invitation and access to my credit community. Okay. Let's build around those late payments. Let's do it. Belfort says, I know there's a lot of value from Dave Ramsey, but I think I jacked myself up early on when I didn't get credit cards. I don't have history of credit other than the secure credit card I have. Listen, Belfort, you're not the only one. A lot of people do that. And again, we don't know. We don't know. Let me tell y'all something about Dave Ramsey, though. Dave Ramsey has credit cards. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Dave Ramsey has a high credit score, and Dave Ramsey has credit cards. I'm letting y'all know that. And y'all, listen, I'm telling y'all he does. He doesn't use them. Okay. You know why? Because his biggest thing, he doesn't want debt, but he pays his bills. So just having those habits is going to automatically going to have his score where it needs to be. But here's the thing, Belfort, join the community, man. Listen, we most definitely can get you where you need to be. And of course, appreciate you watching tonight as well. All right. So Heir to the Throne says Calvin got us in credit church. I know, right? What's going on, Fresh Aloha? What's going on? 2025 is your year. Glam Mother's in the house, late from Mississippi. Crooked letter I. Y'all know I'm from Memphis. So listen, Mississippi was down the street. Y'all know that's where a lot of my family is originally from, as Mississippi. So, but either way, and of course, Plant Whisperer channel says goals. Okay, listen, you most definitely got to get there. All right. So either way, scan that QR code, click the link in your description below to learn more about it for sure. And of course, Instagram, go ahead and comment the word goals to get an invitation there. This kid's dad says, yes, this is what I do. I build around negative collections, child support, and lack of mortgage with personal loans. That's what you all got to do, man. You got to do it. But you got to be able to have the right strategy. All right. Either way, I greatly appreciate you all being here. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you all.